Hi there, it's Tania Lee here from Tania Lee Designs. I wanted to come on and show you my January journal for 2025. Look at the size of it. I started doing journaling every day, and so I write in my phone every night before I go to sleep, and then I create when I have the time. So the only one that I've finished, we're currently in July, the only one that I've finished is January. But all my journaling is up to date. So what I have decided to do, and I don't have the others here, but I've decided to make them long and skinny. Like, I don't keep up with the sizes and the names of the journals, but I think this is like a TN where it's taller and skinny. I don't know. I just do my own thing. I don't tend to follow trends or what have you, but yeah, so I've decided I had more than 12 Daphne's Diaries magazines, and I've read them all. I love them. I really wanted to keep them, but I've got so many, so I decided to make my journals for this year monthly ones out of Daphne's Diaries. So this is my January journal, and I will so I started, when I did this, I put a photo of me in here. This has just got my address underneath that I don't want anyone to see, but yeah, so there's a picture of me, but I didn't keep up with that trend of taking a photo of me on the first of every month. So this might not happen in every journal, but it's fine. So this is my cover page. Just let me stick that there. That's just some thing I wrote on, and then I put January 2025, and then this is day 1. So I've used my Tania Lee Designs numbered circles. Now these were bigger, and then I decided to shrink them down to a 1 inch so I could use them in things like this. This was my kit for January 2025. I do monthly kits. This is Sky Tower here in Auckland. I don't go anywhere. So I took this off the internet, and my journaling's under there. I like the vintage style. I like Ankeen and stuff like that. Oh, and there's some journaling in there as well. So I've just used some printouts, I've used my own designs, I've used vintage tickets and papers and book pages and what have you. Day 2. Now, I've kept up with my journaling, but I don't have a lot of photos. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's also hand. What the hell is that? Yeah, so, and I started decorating these pages before I had my journaling, like I started it last year, and then started to realize that I'd done too much on each page, even for photos or journaling. So like this page I made, there's my journaling, but there's a lot of empty space, so I stopped doing that, and I waited until I decorated the actual pages before I decorate. I waited to decorate the pages until I had my journaling. So this is day 2. I'm always on the hunt for lace and doilies and stuff like that, and I have so much of it that I just use a selection of different laces and stuff throughout. So this is my day 3. So there's some journaling there, and I'll just put a tag here, no journaling on it. So this one's a bit plain too, but I'm not fixing it. It's how it is. It's fine. No photos. Day 3. Day 4, I did have a picture, which was some happy mail I got. It's my journaling, and then I just made a tag here, and that stamp came off this postage of this happy mail. Day 4, I love these Tim Holtz butterfly wings. There's some of my Tally designs I use throughout as well. Day 5. So there's some Tally designs, and here as well. I think, no, that did not, just plain. No photos, not much journaling. But I'm okay with that. As long as it's got my journaling, I guess. So this one here is no photos from the actual day, but I don't know if anyone else has that. I'm assuming people do, but you know, things that like memories pop up in your head, you know, things that you've completely forgotten, that you know you hadn't thought of for so long, because you know, and then all of a sudden this random memory will pop up in your head, and it was about my mum's side of the family. So I did this. So this is my grandfather, this is my nana, and this is me. So that was a memory that popped up, so I just decorated that for that memory. Day 7 was my son got his new glasses. I took a photo of him. There's another random memory that popped up in my head. So this was my nana and her two of her brothers, and I just decorated that, and the journaling for the day. So the journaling doesn't just match the memory, it's journaling is for the whole day, what happened that day, and you know, thoughts, how I'm thinking, what I'm thinking, that sorts of things. Day 9 is my journaling, and my son actually, no, he didn't come up to the end of the month. This here was a recipe that my son we thought we'd try, and I took it off Facebook. This day here was actually the day that my son arrived. So he lives in Christchurch with his brother, and he came up and hang out with his mum and his brother for a week. No, 4 days I think it was. So I documented that. And then the next day was a day with my son here as well. We went back. So this day you want to go to the beach, which is at the bottom of my street. And then we went back to the beach the next day because he wanted to go back. Journaling. My journaling for day 12. Now, there's two people here that I just want covered up. And my son, both my boys helped me mow my lawn. I live with chronic pain, and so I mowed the front lawn, and then they mowed my back lawn for me while he was here on holiday. And then day 13 was just a journal day, and I was being a dork with filters on my phone. Day 14 is just a photo of me when I was a baby, and it was an app that I was using, and just some random memories and what happened during the day. Day 15 was the day that my son went back home to Christchurch, and it was a sad day, but I guess he has to go home. So that's my oldest and my youngest, and there's me and my oldest. I love this photo, but I just wish my middle boy was here too. I wish he'd come up, but he couldn't because he was working. I left that blank, like it's the page from the Daphne's Diary magazine, and then I put that over it, and I put all my journaling and photos on this side. So it's like, ooh. And then I really like this page, so I just left it. Put some stickers on it. Day 16, my journaling. This one had, stuck down there. No photos, just journaling. This day here, I went and hung out with my friend, and I took photos of where we sat and had a drink. And then day 19 was, I took some recipes off the internet of eating low carb, low sugar, low dairy, all that sort of stuff. And I wanted to give them a try, so I took photos off the internet. And then my journaling tucked in there. Now this page is very boring and not a lot on it, but I'm okay with it. My journaling is just under there on the postcard. And that's it. It's just tiny little bit. Day 21 was some random memories. It's me when I was a baby, well, not a baby, but younger, and my sister. I didn't have these at the time, but I did some rusty pins here at home, and then I just went through and added them to it. This is just a tag, and just some of my designs. That I could stick a photo on that, but I didn't have any photos. I think my journaling's on there. Oh, and my son made a banana cake for the very first time. He'd never made one before, and he decided that he was at home when he lived with his dad. He sent me a picture. I was very proud of him. It was the first time ever he's followed a recipe and made a banana cake. Then this has got no photos. I think this is just a stack of ephemera. Yeah. So this is just a stack of ephemera, and I made that rusty pin clip. Journaling. Day 24. Day 25, I got my February kit ready. This is a photo of my February kit. There's just a cluster of my designs and bits and pieces up here. And then I took this, I found this really nice protein bar that because with my health issues I struggle with my food, and sometimes I don't want to eat, so just having a protein bar, it can take me through from breakfast to dinner, so it's nice. I took a photo of that and put it in. And then day 26 is boring as well. No pictures and just my journaling. Same with day 27, no pictures and very boring, but I like how it's turned out. So, and then I put my journaling on the back of there. This bit here is the end of a piano roll that I pulled off and just stuck in there. And these are my tiny little designs. And then day 28, this here I got sent in some Happy Mail, and it had the pocket on it. I just stuck these extra bits on, and it already had this on it, this little charmy bit. And then I stuck in some ephemera and a picture. I was watching Married at First Sight Australia, so I took a wee picture, screenshot off the internet, and put that in there. And then there's my journaling. Oops. Shaky. And day 29 is just journaling and just a cluster of stuff. This photo has nothing to do with my day. It's just a cluster of stuff. And there's another rusty clip. And then day 30, one of my Totally designs, there. And whoopsie, day 31 is journaling. Some more of my designs, another photo that has nothing to do with that day. And then that's the end. So that's my January Daphne's Diary. It's the cover. So on all of them I have used a cover from Daphne's Diary. And yeah, so I'm trying not to make the next one's right here. So this is February's, and this is the cover, and as you can see it's quite thin. So what I've done is I've started my journaling, and I've put the journaling in first and done a little bit of decorating, and so I will add more, and I do have photos for February. Oh, that's just a board to, so yeah, so I'll put some journaling in, and then yeah, I'll go through and add more obviously, and then I'll add my photos. So there's another day there. I don't think I've done any more in it. Oh yes, I did in there. So yeah, so I'm doing my journaling in it first, and then I'll go and add my photos and stuff like that. Because I mean, it's nice to have photos and stuff, but if you don't have the journaling to go with it, then people, you know, that do eventually read it won't know what the photos are. So I'm adding my journaling first, and then I'll add my pictures. So yeah, so that's my February one. So they all look like this with a different cover, obviously. The only thing is February is not spring for us here in New Zealand. We are in summer, so trying to match these up, these covers up to our months would like hard, because February for us is Valentine's Day, so that's why I've put in I put in some heart. So that's out of the book, and then I've used some heart paper that I had in my kit, and then yeah, so I made sure that this was in the middle for Valentine's Day for the 14th, so I've just written it there. So this is Valentine's Day. So yeah, so even though this is spring for them, for us it's summer here in New Zealand, so I was trying to match the covers up to match our seasons, but anyway. But that looks very Valentine-y to me with the reds and stuff on it. So when I'm finished, and you know, hopefully they don't look like this, I'll come back and I will show you more. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on my next video.